Hi everybody and welcome back to my channel. I hope everybody is well and surviving in the lockdown. If you're from the UK, I know it's extremely boring for me. Anyway, on a more interesting note, food. So it's the start of the week, so it's Monday and I've got a cooked breakfast for dinner. So there's one pork sausage which has got apple and treacle in there, one slice of bacon, unsmoked bacon. I'm not keen on smoked, so it could have done with a couple more minutes, however I'll cut it off. One scrambled egg, 3 little mushrooms that were just put in the same pan as the sausage and the bacon, so hardly any washing out, which is good. And then a handful of the cherry tomatoes, which has gone in the same pan under the grill as well, so hardly any washing up again, which is brilliant. So yeah, low carb, still trying to do low carb, not losing weight, really missing my bread and my Marmite and things like that. So yeah, start of the week, Monday, and a cooked breakfast for dinner. Tea tonight is a homemade soup, so there's sweet potato, butternut squash and a little bit of pumpkin in there. There's onions, celery, a vegetable stock cube. There's a handful of cashew nuts that are soaked, so to make it creamy. There's coriander, there's a touch of turmeric in there, there's chilli, and there's a splash of fresh lime juice squeezed over the top. So it's a very sweet soup, but a very hearty soup, and obviously I think it's low carb, so it's piping hot for this freezing cold night. It's just awful. So yeah, homemade soup for tea. Tea tonight is homemade coleslaw, so that's just Hellmann's mayonnaise, cabbage, onion and grated carrot. That's really easy. It's got mustard in there to give it a bit of spice, and some apple cider vinegar as well, just a drop. And then I've got 3 little lettuce boughs. I wanted the romaine lettuce, but it must be out of season or something. I couldn't get it anyway, so I've got the little gems, so they're tiny. 2 are egg mayonnaise with grated cheese, and then the one in the middle is ham, cheese and tomato with mayonnaise. So yeah, if this isn't enough, then I can easily come back. I've got all the ingredients. So a very light tea, a summer tea, but it's just what I fancied tonight. Tea tonight is a little ribeye steak. I managed to find a small one, so I didn't have to cut it in half this time, so that should be medium to well, I think. The blob of yellow is Dijon mustard, and then I've just got mixed vegetables, which is sweet potato, pumpkin, red pepper, orange pepper, mushrooms, onion. It's got garlic in there, it's got herbs and a little bit of chilli to give it a kick. And then 2 mushrooms that I did with the ribeye steak, which has got blue cheese in there, so it's all kind of melted and gooey. So yeah, looking forward to a ribeye steak supper. Tea is a very easy, simple one. So it's half a butternut squash that I boiled up in vegetable stock, onions, celery, garlic salt, celery salt, and there's some cumin in there as well. Lots and lots of chilies because I wanted it extra spicy hot. And then I blitzed it up in my blender and then added a can of coconut milk. So it's a creamy butternut squash soup with chilli. And on the top I put extra chilies to make it hotter, and there's a squirt of fresh lime juice on there. So very easy vegan soup. So yeah, that's my tea for tonight. So tea tonight is trying to be good, trying to be low carb. I was craving some chips tonight, but I've been good. So I've got white cabbage that I've boiled and then finished it off with loads of butter, salt and pepper, 2 slices of cucumber because that's all I've got. And then I've just done a homemade pizza, which is on a corn tortilla. So corn I think is slightly better for you than the wheat and everything else. So don't have a lot of toppings, so there's just mushroom, cheese, tomato and onions on there. There's garlic flakes and chili flakes. So yeah, about as low carb as I can get when I'm really just fancying chips. Tea tonight is half a ribeye steak. The ribeye steak that I got from Aldi was absolutely huge, so I've cut it in half. I think they're £2.49 for quite a large portion. Some French mustard. My steak is done medium to well, I think. I can never tell how. I'm not a brilliant cook at steak. 1 leftover carrots and a few mange too, which have got butter on there. And then along in the same pan I did onions and mushrooms. There's loads of onions because it was just half an onion that I wanted to use up. It was on the turn, so yeah, low carb again I think. So the end of the week. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed my video. If you did, then please leave me a big thumbs up, leave a comment, and I'll be sure to get back to you, and I hope you are all safe and well.